You don't have to get a Honda, but this is the one he's got. Honda Karcher, 3,000 PSI, 2.5 GPM, gallons per minute.
Yes, indeed. Gets the job done.
Just regular gasoline in there?
Regular gasoline. Make sure the oil's in the oil compartment. I just changed the oil yesterday.
Okay.
You have to change it periodically. I did maintenance yesterday. I did my oil change on my pressure washer. Make sure everything's full, ready to go.
Okay, that's good to know. And I think that's how most of them are nowadays. They used to have it so that you had to mix your oil with your gas and all that kind of stuff, kind of like a chainsaw, you know, or small engines. But nowadays, plain old regular gasoline in there, and then there's a separate chamber for your oil. Okay.
You just hook up the water to the pressure washer. You have to have the water turned on, the water service turned on to the pressure washer before you turn the pressure washer on.
Aha.
Make sure the water.
Why? What would happen if you forgot to do that?
It could burn the pump up, you know. You gotta have
Okay.
water coming into it.
So you got that, and you're going to turn the water on before you start that bad
Right.
boy up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It leaks a little bit. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't spray out of here. Kind of hokey it. Should be alright. So I'm gonna turn the water on.
But I bet you this thing has really paid for itself a few times over, huh?
Exactly, yeah, because I use it, quite a bit. It does, so, and,
You gonna start her?
start it, put the choke on, put it on. Ready to go. Always wear safety glasses.
Ah! Wear the safety glasses. This is the first part before you start painting. This is going to get off all the cobwebs, all the dirt, grime, dust, you know, anything on there, so that when he paints, he'll have a good product. He feels way more comfortable doing this, and I see a lot of dirt up there. You see it catches up there. Yeah, it's really dirty. I better move back a little bit, get the camera wet. I could see if you try to paint over that, your paint's just not going to stick properly. You might get your job done, but it's not going to last very long, is it? Wow. I'm getting wet a little bit, but so be it. It's just water. Not going to hurt anything. Yeah, see, everything is going to be nice and clean. And he's got the fan spray tip on there, you see? And even though he's got the fan spray tip on there, you can kind of regulate how close you get that to the wood, to the metal, and that. Because you can still do damage if you get it too close. And then there's sometimes when you can decide if you want to get it closer. You know what I mean? If you start off with the wrong tip, well, you could damage, especially the T111 siding. That's T111 siding is what's on the walls. That's 4x8 panels of wood, and it's got the lines in it, the grooves in it. That's what, and that one just is called T111 siding. Okay, most older places have that. But if you use a really sharp tip, pointy tip, you get too close to that wood, you could start flaking off the wood and doing a lot of damage. So it depends how close you hold that tip to it. And that's why he's using the fanning tip. You know, once he gets on this siding, it's not going to do much damage to it. See how the tip fans like that? You got a project that needs a different tip, or a different fan there, use a different tip. And some might have an adjustable nozzle. See there? Wow, that is pretty dirty. Looks way cleaner just by him using that. Like, it's almost like, hey, maybe you don't have to paint at all, but yes, you do have to paint after this. See all that grime coming off of there? I can see how the paint's really going to bond better, it's going to last better, and he's going to feel comfortable knowing that he's done a really good job. Now see, he's changing tips. He's putting on a sharper tip maybe for the bottom here. So you just changed tips there.
Yeah, I want to blow out the dirt in the corner of the metal building. There's a lot of dirt.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, it's really quick for him to change the tip. Right there, handy. See how the tip kind of flows straight out. It still fans because that's the next tip. And then you got another one that's even a tighter corner than that. Got a lot of dirt up there that he's taken off. All right. Just depends how close you hold that. You want to start out holding it further away and then go in. If you think you're going to do a roof, like a composition roof, your shingles or something like that, be very extra careful on that. That could do a lot of damage. You know, if you got moss up on your roofs or something like that, sometimes it just depends how old your roofing material is. You got to be careful with something like that. See all that dirt that's coming off of there? Who would want to paint over something like that? You know? Never would have known that had you not used the power washer. Because before he started, it didn't look that bad to me. But